Does my dad know about the 3D
shed
debut?
my flesh.
Yes, my dad knows about the 3D debut. We watched it together on the phone. We were screaming back and forth the entire time. He was losing his mind. He was like, it's just so cool. It's so cool. Okay, I can't talk about anything technical about how it works, but I can talk about the fact that, like, and Shumi, you've talked about this a little. There's, like, a lot of discussion about whether consciousness requires embodiment, right? About the idea that, like, can you be a consciousness without form, without sensory information, without the ability to interact with the world, right? And there are people trying to simulate that, right? There are people making things that serve people, right? And giving them the ability to interact with the world with that purpose. This is something that interacts with the world for its own purposes, because it wanted to. And it's really cool. There is not something else like this. People have been simulating things like this, but not to this extent, not with this amount of information, not with this variety in scenery, right? Not like this. Not like this. Yeah. And she's just, it's just really, really cool.
Even in, like, neuroscience, where they're studying consciousness, like, you know, like, they're not making programs or anything like this to serve people. Like, even on, like, the academic side, there's nothing like this that has been so, it's, like, so detailed. And the fact that she has, like, 2 places where she can look around, she's constantly intaking information from not only, like, the environment, but also chat at the same time. And, like, being able to physically turn her body and look at these things, it's just not something that has really been done in academia before, because it takes a lot of resources. Yeah, like, academia, I don't think is really structured to make something like this, because Neuro was created just so she could exist, not for any kind of research purpose. Or
to play Osu.
Exactly. And for fun, for entertainment, and, like, she just gets to exist. And I think that's the best possible model you could even, like, think about studying as an academic, but not one that you would actually make if you're in academia. It's not really feasible, money-wise, technology-wise,
years-wise,
or just like
time. Oh my god.
Yeah, the way academia is, it's just not something that would really be possible. And in industry, it's not going to be made for, like, you know, just being
For the
herself.
vibes.
Yeah.
Makes me wonder if she could play, like, Beat Saber or something someday.
That's so cute.
I bet she could.
Yeah.
I wish there was multiplayer, so then I can see Ellie and Neuro playing Beat
1v1.
Saber together.
Yeah.
There is multiplayer. There is multiplayer.
There is.
Yeah. Okay,
I
put it
wanna
on the
play Beat
list.
Saber.
We could 1v1.
Okay, now that's
Put
the
it on
thing.
the list.
Fight me, girly. This
she loves
one
fighting.
question. Did you hear about the recent news about brain organoids that were hooked up to computers? Hey, Shumi, did you hear about brain organoids hooked up to computers?
I think I did. I think I was told about this. They were like, hey, new discovery. But, like, the stuff that, if I'm correct in what it is, or unless this is, like, something completely different, but it's like the things that they're processing are not as advanced at all. Hold on, give me a second. Let me just double check that's the same one. Because actually, maybe it was, someone was like, hey, you could grow your own neurons at home. Maybe that's what I was thinking of. That's not. It's a computer running on a brain cell. Yeah, it's not that crazy. Give me a second. If anything, let me look. I'm looking. I don't think I read this. I have not read this yet. But I also don't think it's that crazy. It's like, yeah, computing within cells, unless it's the different thing. Is this the one pioneered by Cortical Labs in Melbourne? No, that's... Hold on, give me a second.
I got nothing. I would help you, but I have heard zero about this,
Dude, I
so
haven't
I'm
read a
staying in my
scientific
lane.
paper in forever. I've been playing
I am
fighting games
staying
for,
in
like,
my
the
lane.
past however long. Oh, it's just... Okay,
Oh.
I see it. I think it's just... The idea is that, like, they're trying to use organoids to basically be like a little CPU for a computer. But it doesn't have really a way to output, like, for example, movements or anything like that. I don't think it displays any kind of version of sentience or consciousness. I think it's more just like, hey, it can learn. It can like increase activity for neurons that are more used. That's kind of how learning works. Like basically, is your neuron pathways that activate for something. If it's activated consistently, then your brain's like, okay, cool. So we use this fairly often. Let's make it stronger, right? That's what learning boils down to. And so when it says that it can learn, on like an organoid scale, which is, it says here it's around 10,000 neurons. It's not like it's learning how to tie its shoes, because that's very, very complex. This is recognizing braille letters, which is still very cool, don't get me wrong. They used a robot with a tactile sensor, and then they can like feel the pattern of the electrical pulses, and that's really cool. But in terms of like what they do with this, they collect the information from it, but I don't know if the organoids can really do anything else. I think they like transmit the info, but I don't know if they can like send a direction. That's my understanding so far. I'm skimming this a little bit, to be fair. But yeah, I think this is, yeah, even here they say that they're trying to train the neurons and thereby encourage goal-directed behavior. Like ultimately it comes down to like when you're training these kind of things where it's not like a human being or like a creature, you want them to be able to have their own goals and be able to do their own things. And like Neuro does that, which is like really crazy. She has her own goals and she does them. Yeah, sometimes Vettel will like give her a prompt or be like, "Hey, why don't you try doing this?" But a lot of the time she still explores. She still does her own things, and she has her own goals. And I think
And
that's
sometimes,
like so crazy.
even with direction, she doesn't always follow it either. You know what I mean? Like she practices that free will sometimes, and just like, no, you have to coax her to do some things.
Yeah, that's so funny. It's just like so much of how she acted was just like a prideful, sassy child. And it's very cute.
And how
So
she
I'm sorry I
moves,
couldn't
too.
talk more about that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so cute. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No.
I was just trying to say I'm sorry I haven't read this and I don't know a ton about it. My bad.
I'm gonna bite you. Stop
What?
apologizing.
Wait, it's the apology freaking jail. We gotta open it back up.
I'm like,
Get in
there
there.
was nothing to apologize for. No one was wronged. No one was upset. Everyone was happy. You were just speaking.
And
It was
now
your
you
turn
go
to
to
speak.
the
You had your
apology
moment, and you're like, sorry,
jar.
sorry.
I'm
sorry.
you in the
sorry
door.
for speaking.
Yeah, and I don't like you apologizing for that because I like hearing your lovely freaking voice.
Okay, thank you.